Sometimes during the winter, you see those videos of slipping and sliding, and we're hoping that maybe that serves as a little lesson to some of the people out there.
Yes.
To slow down. Recently, we were speaking earlier about driving to Michigan. There was a video, it was on the news, and I saw the video on my computer, Interstate 94, that was
Yes.
just, I told you the other day.
Yes, I see.
Terrible accident, like 20 vehicles all piled up. It was almost a whiteout, it was foggy, and the cars were traveling it looked to me better than 50 mile an hour. And they would come out of the fog,
Bam.
and all they could see was nothing but vehicles in the road, no place to go.
Right.
And
Semis, semis, cars.
And the cars were maybe to try to dodge that. They went down in the medium, and then they started plowing into one another.
Yes.
So the lesson we want to give you is, for goodness sakes, when it's a whiteout, slow the heck down. Slow down.
No matter how good a driver you are, you're not going to prevent that.
Impossible to avoid that.
And when I went up there a week after that accident, there was still the remnants of semis and stuff over in the field where they just had left them. They'll leave them there till spring because they can't get in to get them. There was 3 semis, jackknife. One of them, the roof of the semi was gone, and the other one, I think they cut him out of the truck. And then the other one was the top of the trailer was missing, and a couple cars too.
Yeah, if you're on the road, to tell you the truth, I think a lot of those guys in the trucks go too fast.
Oh yes.
They're on the clock. They want to do whatever they're going to do to get home or whatever the case is, and they go too fast. And I respect the 18-wheelers because they do a wonderful job for what they have to work with, and they have to worry about the cars, the 4-wheel cars, but a lot of them go too fast.
This time when I went to Michigan, I didn't see a semi going over 70 mile an hour. That's the speed limit. I never seen one semi doing better than 70. There was cars actually passing the semis.
Which you don't see a lot of.
No.
My first accident, I was telling you earlier, I had a 67 Chevy. I was driving to Canton in the Belden Village Bridge on 77. I approached that. It was black ice. It was clear that day. The road was clear. But as I came up on that bridge heading south, I realized that bridge was black ice, and there was already accidents on the bridge in the right lane and the left lane, and there sat a Corvair right in the middle of the bridge, in the middle lane. And there was no place for me to go.
Yeah.
I had this car was wrecked, and this car, and I had enough time to think about this while I was sliding. I said, choose your target. And the Corvair, my hope was the Corvair was still moving some. That was my first hope.
The little easiest target. Right?
And it was the lightest, easiest target. But my hope was, well, that's probably who I'm going to hit, and hoping that car was moving a little bit, it would cushion the blow. And man, I took it to Schoner Chevrolet in Barberton, in Hartville, is where they fixed my 67 Chevy.
You know, I was just sitting here listening to you. I remember when I was living in South Akron, I lived in South Akron, over there, right behind Knafel Pontiac, on that one hill, and I can't remember the name of the road. It's been too many years, but I was sitting at a red light in my 57 Chevy. It was a pretty nice car. Yes, and I did own Chevys in my life. And I was sitting here at the light.
Chevy breath.
Yes, it was a 301 Chevy, stick in the floor, and I looked in the rearview mirror, and here comes this car. He's moving pretty good, and it's black ice. I'm sitting there at the light, and I said, he's going to hit me. What do you do? You just sit there and watch the impact getting ready to happen. And pow! He hit me right in the rear end. Yeah.
There's no such thing as a 301 Chevrolet.
It is if it's bored up.
Oh, we didn't say that. There's a 302, a 307, a 305.
It was a 265 bored out.
All right. Well, you probably should have said a 265. You said 301.
I didn't want to do what you do is stretch these things out.
I think there might have been a Buick 301, but I'd never heard of a 301 before.
Well, check the books.
Now, you could do anything once it's bored out. If you bored out 30, it could be anything. But you didn't say that. You said 301 Chevy. And I know all the Chevy people out there, when they heard 301, they felt the same way as I did.
Well,
they go,
Facebook guys, you Chevy guys, Answer this. A 265 bored out, what will it bore out to? And Facebook
I
it.
suppose you could probably board out 60,000s.
Well, you can only go so much with them light Chevy little blocks. That book is not going to tell you nothing. They had hand cranks on them when that car...
Automotive guide,
There's nothing in there.
265,
Come on, folks.
265,
No, 265.
board out 60,000.
No, them
will
60,000,
be
60 cubic inch.
not a 301.
Give me that book.
Yeah, I don't know. See what happens? We have a Studebaker guy on the Handy Randy show, and he's rows 301 cubic inch right in the middle of this icy driving walked away series tape. And you,
Well, you was talking
you take
about a
its
67
clear
Bel Air.
67 Impala.
Same car.
No, it's not
An
the
extra
same
tail
car.
light.
Some chrome. Not the same car. Is a Commander and a President the same car?
Basically, same body. Same body. Just a couple
I don't
pieces of
think they
chrome.
have a Commander and President in the same, even in the same year.
Oh, yes, they do. 56, 57, 58,
Right.
55.
Anyway, see if I
55 came in.
and I know most of you have no idea what we're talking about here.
He just wants to cause trouble, always.
301.
Nag, nag,
Right.
nag.
Can we get back to the driving in bad
It's
conditions?
your show.
Anyway, one little kind of, and these are kind of having fun little clips about driving in bad conditions, and of course they're fun to look at, but they're not fun to be in.
You have to watch because some of them are women drivers.
Kind of,
Yeah,
kind of. Watch
some are women drivers.
women. Most of them are women, I think.